Like Dad, I've always been a Ford man. The Falcon Squire wagon was unloved in 1964, but turns heads today. The Americans call them woodies, but the panelling, it's just fiberglass and plastic. But it's a passion that Shannons understands, which is why my Fords are insured with Shannons. And now, so's the home.
Call Shannons on 13 46 46. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer, creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.
Here we are, viewers. It's the day we've all been waiting for. It's November 23rd. I've got Paul with me here. Paul, we're at Sydney Dragway. The dark horse is behind us. There's a bit of action. The guys are working on it. How's the car been going?
The car's been going awesome. It's been running on a string every pass. You know, we had a few issues last meeting. It sort of nosed over in one of the runs. We fixed it up, went out back out again. You know, went 622 at 231. So yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
All right, Paul, so the car's been running pretty well. What are you hoping to get out of it today?
Well, hopefully if it sticks together, you know, on the track and all that sort of stuff, it should be in the 590s at 240 plus mile an hour. So if we can do them, we'll be in with a chance. In with a chance,
Yeah, it'll be pretty exciting seeing it go down there that quick. What are the guys actually working on it now? Are they just tidying it up or are they doing a few changes?
No changes. Just tidying it up, just getting it ready for racing. So it's ready to go. We've just got to fire it up, warm it up, check everything. We're good.
And that's it. We're off to go. All right, Paul, thank you for having a chat. I know you're busy. We'll let you keep going. Hopefully we see it out on the track soon.
No problem. Thank you.
Here we are, viewers. I've managed to grab Rick. Rick, everyone's busy working on the Nitro Express behind us. What are you guys actually doing to it at the moment?
We're just putting the final touches to it, just putting the drive shaft on, checking everything, so our first pass will be like sweet.
Yeah, no worries at all. Now, there's a bit of humidity in the air. How much of a difference is that going to make to the first pass?
Not a lot. We will just adjust the nitro to suit. So we should be on track like straight from the start. Most of the cars will get down the track straight away.
Yeah, no worries. It's a pretty exciting time. Everyone's busy working. It's not long now till you get out there on the track. What are you looking forward to the most?
Kicking some ass, mate. Hopefully.
Hopefully. So Nitro Express, is that where we're heading?
That's where we're heading, mate.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Okay, you heard it here first, viewers. Rick, I know you're really busy. Thanks for taking a quick time out to chat with us. We'll have a chat to you after your run.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And here we are, viewers. I'm down in the pits. It's a hive of activity down here. I've managed to grab Peter. Peter, the guys behind us are working really busy. What are they doing?
Boys are checking the valves, run through the tappets a couple of times before a warm-up. Then after the warm-up, we'll check them again, make sure everything's 100% right before the first run.
And you don't just do it for the first one, is that right? You do this after every run?
Every run, come back. Boys won't pull the engine down, but double-check everything, along with the clutch, check it, reset it, new oil, new plugs, every run.
So they're going to be kept very busy today then?
Absolutely flat out. Yeah.
Absolutely flat out. It's a lot of action down here. It looks like it's going to be a great day. I know you're really busy. Thank you very much for having a chat.
You're welcome, mate. No worries. Thank you.
Ron Cap's first pass in Australia, well done. 599 straight down the middle nearly, and everything went really well. Team's happy. Tomorrow's going to be a big day.
All right, Rick, the alloy hook has just come back in. Ron Capps has done his first run on Australian soil. You pushed the car in behind us. What are the plans now?
Now he's done a shakedown pass. We're just going to check the big ends, the bearings, and just have a just another look at the whole car. But it's really ready to go for the next one straight away.
Really ready to go. The car ran about a 5.9. You happy with those times? Happy with the way the car's working?
599 on a shakedown pass. Yeah, you couldn't ask for better.
All right, let's see what we can do tomorrow. Thanks again, Rick.
Thanks, mate.
See, that's why it shook. I bet you we need to lower them. I bet you all your cars.
We can. The cars that run 4 pound usually got liners in them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I would run like 6 or something, split the difference.
We can do
try
that.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a try.
We're going to hop it up and put some clutch on it. So.
He's taken out the plugs, check the electrodes, see if the motor's not lean or fat, make sure nothing's burnt off. If it looks really bad, we'll pull the pan off, check bearings. We're going to take the rocker cover off and set the tappets. That way we're ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. Put some fuel and oil in it, we'll go.
If the bearings look hurt, I mean, then we'll have to take it apart. I think it just got warm.
Yeah, we should check 4, 6, and 7.
4, 6, and 7 and see cylinder number. We'll check the bearings on them, make sure they're not pounded, and tells us, like the motor's once again lean, and yeah, there's no damaged bearings.
All right, someone want to take the pan and wash it, clean it, look inside it real good? It's kind of hot there, Buzz. I don't think we got anything to worry about. It's just a way to when you don't run a computer, it's another way to tune the car and see what the characteristics are and what it was acting like going down through the full pass. So, and the bearings will tell you a whole lot, whether or not our rods are hurt, out of shape, piston might be hurt, might have tagged the head. But it was a good, clean run. So, no smoke at the end of the run. And Ron seemed to have caught the motor pretty good and didn't let it get away from him. So when it got out of the groove and he kind of steered it back in, it didn't look like it was mixing cylinders too bad. It wasn't blowing out any fuel. So we're looking good. It's just a safety precaution we take when we start looking over bearings after each run. So if you had a computer on it, it'd tell you a little bit more. In this case, the way we go to our computer board is by the bearing. The discoloration, color, Babbitt, and see how far we got into it. But it's looking pretty good so far. No metal for one in the pan or on the rods. Nothing loose, everything's still tight. So looking good, man, looking good. We'll see if we put it on a better run tomorrow.
Have a look around the pits, have a good look around. There's going to be a few cars obviously firing up. There you go. You go now. Tomorrow, of course, but you saw your hat?
Oh, you're going to be happy, hey? Look at that. Thank you. Just get one for
Look at mate. Look at mate.
You like it?
No, I don't mate. They don't do nice.
I think you should drive it.
What? You got what?
Thanks, Ron. You got it. Appreciate it. You got it. See you, buddy.
See you, mate.
Love the shirt. Very cool.
Yeah, 4 and 6 came out a little lean. It actually looks basically like those two cylinders were working a little harder than the rest. So that's the one that's kind of zeroing in, and my attention's drawn to those two because it seems that for some reason those were just having, even though they're all measured the same, they got the same amount of fuel going to each cylinder. For some reason those two just kind of worked a little harder, and then actually didn't produce the same amount of power when they start running hot like that. It actually makes the other cylinders start to labor, but being that the run was ending a lot sooner, we didn't hurt nothing, so we got out of it. Pretty clean. So
The bearing's beautiful. Looks like it's been for a ride down to the shops.
Well, what you're looking for is an even pattern. This is your thrust here, not too worn out. It's got a good pattern from top, from edge to edge. Nothing concentrated in the middle or off to the side. What you don't want to see is that on your bearing, the copper. That's when you're beating down the bearing. In this case, it looked good. All right, going back together.
Stay tuned for more gasoline after the break.
Don't forget to check out the all-new Shannons Club. Once you sign up, you can create your own profile, including things like your previous cars, your current cars, the history of those cars, modifications and photographs. You can also search for other members' vehicles, keep up to date with things like news and current events, videos, check out your local car clubs and jump on the forum to talk to other like-minded enthusiasts about your passion. Here we are, viewers. I'm sure you just saw that car fire up. I'm lucky enough to have Greg with me here. Greg, you were just in that car while it was shooting flames out of the back. It's the Nitro Sheriff. You're lucky enough to drive it. Tell me about this car.
Well, he's the Nitro Sheriff here to keep all these outlaws in order. So I'm the lucky guy that gets to drive it. It's a wheel stander, so it does a full quarter-mile wheel stand, and it'll reach about 160 k's on the back wheels. It's got lights and sirens to represent the Outlaw Sheriff the way he should be represented.
That's it. So about 160 k's on the back wheels the whole way. This car's obviously designed a little bit different to the other ones. What can you tell us about the car?
Yeah, well, you're right there. It certainly is designed differently. It's, as you can see, the engine's over the back. It's not out the front like the funny cars, it's over the back. It's a 426 Hemi, supercharged, running on alcohol, and it makes around 1,000 horsepower. And it takes all of my concentration to keep it under control, let me tell you.
I bet it does. You've got a really big smile on your face, and I know why, because you're the sheriff. This is a really great car to be driving.
Yeah, the sheriff's in town.
Yeah, I tell you what, it looks really good at day. It's going to look great tonight. I'm really excited about seeing it. All those sirens coming on, the flames out the back, and all the way down there on two wheels as well.
Let's put it this way, you won't miss me.
I won't miss you, and you're going to keep those funny cars on track being the sheriff.
Yeah, I want to see some fast 5-second passes from those cars, otherwise I'm coming after them.
No worries. Thank you very much for having a chat. I'll see you out there later on.
Thank you very much.
And now, the sheriff is back in town.
Shane, the rain's held us up a little bit this morning, but the clouds are starting to go away, and it looks like we might get out on the track and do some racing soon. Can you tell the viewers a bit about the preparation of the cars?
We've got all the cars prepared pretty much now. We've spent the last, weeks, months getting ready for this event, so we're sort of fingers crossed that the weather does hold out. If not, we do have a rain day tomorrow, so we'll see what the weather brings.
We'll see what happens. How many funny cars has Graham got down here today, Shane?
We've got 8 funny cars here with the wheel stander as well. It's pretty much a crowd pleaser for the kids and for family entertainment. So yeah, big preparation to make it to this event.
It is big preparation. That wheel stander really is something good. It's been doing laps of the pits today. There's been flames, sirens, everyone's been drawn to it. It definitely gets the crowds.
It does. You've got 5-6 foot header flames coming out the pipes. It's just igniting petrol as you're driving around. It does the full quarter mile on its back wheels, so it's pretty impressive, this thing.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see it out there on the track, as well as all those funny cars. Shane, thanks for having a chat with us, mate.
No problem, mate. Anytime.
What we've got behind me, we're taking advantage of this beautiful weather out at Sydney Dragway. The drags were cancelled, but now there's people out here getting their drag licence. Someone's just about to go behind me. He's got his last run. Let's see what he can do. I've got Rick with me again. Rick, it's been a funny old day. It was raining earlier. They called everything off. Now the sun's out, the track's dry. We've just seen a car go down. What's going on, mate?
Phil Limmerton is just doing a licensing pass, and as you can see, went down nice and straight, so we're all good. Basically the rain, the storm started swirling around this morning, and we couldn't work out where they were going to end up. It's still supposed to come back in the next hour, so it might be the best call was to do for tomorrow, so that's what's happened.
Well, that's it, that's right. We're all going to be back here tomorrow. Don't worry, viewers, you're not going to miss out on anything. Stick around, it's going to be a lot more fun coming your way.
It sure is.
Good thing we called it, huh? Weather's terrible. Unbelievable. What time is it right now? They said we had a storm at 3 o'clock that was going to hit here. Is it really? Where are they at? They're all up there in the shade.
In the aircon. There he is, these two. These two right here.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
Stay tuned for more gasoline after the break.
Modern Plating, for all your plating needs. With over 50 years experience in delivering quality to the automotive restoration industry, whether it be bumpers, die-cast pieces, polishing and repairs to aluminium or stainless steel mouldings, even ceramic coatings. Modern Plating has it covered. modernplating.com.au, located 4 to 6 King Street, Oakley, Victoria. Remember, Modern Plating, when quality matters.
Supercharge your Australia Day weekend as Mount Gambier welcomes an action-packed carnival of mayhem with the Valvoline Auto Fest. Show and Shine, Dyno Challenge, DB Drags, Spear Spud, Auto Carter, Go to Woe, Burnout Demo, Cruise Track, and the winner takes all Trident Tyres Burnout Shootout with the victor taking home $5 grand. Mount Gambier Showgrounds, the Valvoline Auto Fest, all Australia Day weekend. Don't forget, Country comes to the city for the Melbourne Performance Showdown, Feb 8 9 Melbourne Showgrounds.
That way you can, once it started and everything falls.
Okay. Nearly there, first round. Let's see how we go. We got a bite first round, which is good, but probably an instant 3 points, but a bit good to race someone. Let's see how we go.
And here we are, Rick, you've just walked back into the pits. Well, when I say walk, you were pushing the car. How does it feel? You just ran the fastest lap out there.
Yeah, this Aeroflow rocket funny car is absolutely flying. We had to roll off it at the end because we had a little fuel leak. So, mate, could be in the 70s this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. PB for me as well.
You looked great out there. Everyone knows this is Graham's favourite car. This has got to be why.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, but I think we're handling it okay at the moment.
Yeah, maybe it's all the work we've seen you doing on the car yourself over the weekend, Rick. I don't know, but congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. 2 more to go.
Here we are, viewers. I've just come back into the pits. I've grabbed Ron Capps. Ron, your first drive on Australian track in action. How did you feel?
Well, not nearly as weird as my first time being interviewed by a piston. This is pretty cool. I don't know if you fans can see this or not. This microphone's pretty cool. What a great racetrack. First of all, great racetrack. Both lanes are great. It's just a great side-by-side run early, and then of course the LA Hooker just kind of took off from there. And we got a little more in the tank. I shut it off a little early at the finish line. Just want to make sure we don't hurt any parts and just see where everything is. But Graham Cowan's doing the tuning. Of course, we got great guys working on the car, and I'm having a blast.
Good, I'm glad you're having a blast. It really is a great day out here. Good to know you got a little bit more left in the tank. We're looking forward to see what it can do. You had the fastest time right up there till the end. Are you going to take it that little bit more next time?
Well, yeah, you got to remember it's 3 runs to decide who wins tonight. So we're going to try to go down the track all 3 runs. If they can outrun us 3 runs, so be it. We're going to try and repeat, just go a little quicker the next run, and then the last run tonight, we're going to try and put the LA Hooker into the 570s if we can, and that'll be a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun. You hear that? We're looking for 570s. Ron, I know you're busy. You've just got back in. Thanks for having a chat. We'll speak with you later.
No, and I want to thank Aeroflow and Graham Cowan, all you guys. It's a great event. I mean, fans are everywhere, so thank you.
All right, thanks.
trying to get ready for the next round. I think we've heard a piston. Just find some more stuff there. First we've got to get the rocket gear off to get to the head, then we've got to get the head off to get to the piston. Once we get to the piston, we can see how much it's hurt itself, and then more than likely we'll pull a sleeve out, put a sleeve back in, and then we'll put the piston back in, and then we're ready to go again.
Just put the pistons in and run it. Okay. Get someone to clean the oil pan out.
Yep.
The rest of it, the filler will get it.
Yeah. Give me two. All right, number one, got it.
Bearing. Bearing. Number 2. As they come out, look at them sleeves.
They kind of look after McGee. Okay. There's one that's hurt itself. One that's hurt itself, the one we'll be replacing. That's it there. What's happened is it's just what it's done. It's gotten too hot because we had a little fuel leak and it's just had a meltdown, but it's not too bad.
This interview's more working.
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Just getting trouble off the crew chief. Hammer, coming down.
Slowly. Okay, go, drive it home.
And here we are, viewers. There's some real tension in the pits at the moment. Rick and his team are frantically trying to get this car back together. Although it ran the best time, it hurt one of the pistons along the way. They've had to re-sleeve it, replace all 8 pistons, and there's only about half an hour till they've got to get this thing back down to the track.
Gasolene is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer creator of Gasolene. Hope you enjoy.